Hi there, sign of Cancer. This is Kim here to do your reading. It's going to be a next 48 hour. I hope you're doing really well. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're coming back, thank you so much too for coming back, getting your energy update. We're going to use the Shaman's Dream first and see what Oracle card wants to come out. And then I'm going to use the Journey of the Sacred Bee. We'll see what card wants to come out before we choose a spread, actually. All right, messages for Cancer. As I open up, I've already used some Palo Santo, so all you have to do to accept that blessing is kind of just consciously accept it and say you want it in your place, and you'll be blessed with that energy also. Okay, so messages for Cancer. Angel, spirit guides, ancestors with loving intent. Please. I'm almost getting the sense this card, this 14, the Drifter, experiencing life as it comes, because of how it came out, is having some issues with things when they don't come out to how they're exactly planned. So this card is coming out as advice, actually. For maybe when things don't exactly go our way or the way that we're wanting them to go. Tell me more for Cancer. Give me another blue. Oh, wow. So blue in like long ago, blue, the color blue, like would represent the God mind or consciousness. They're all expansive, infinite consciousness. And also a lot of us relate it to cool or calm. But it's definitely like there's something here that's attached with knowledge, especially with the limitless possibilities. It's the card is the stars in the sky, limitless possibilities, 51. And it's you have the ocean represented and the sky represented in both of these. Well, and the mountains too. So benefactor, grace and generosity in the reverse on the bottom. Maybe you're giving with no strings attached at this moment. But when I say that, you know, good karma will always come back around for you. So in some way, shape, or form. So stars in the sky, there's limitless possibilities here. That's what we're going to stick with. I think we'll do a Celtic cross because I don't see really a problem, except for if you can get past something about your plans not working exactly to plan as you wanted them, or it's just not fully something hasn't completed yet, or you know what I mean, done a full circle. Okay, messages for Cancer. Let's do a Celtic cross. Using the Journey of the Sacred Bee. This is a beautiful deck. I love it. And I don't think that they have it in the YouTube tags, so I should remember to put it down. But it's the Journey of the Sacred Bee, in case you're wondering what this beautiful deck is. Tell me about the issue. What's the issue with our reading here? Hierophant almost in the reverse, right? So, what's going on with the soul contract? What's going on with the soul contract? What's going on with a commitment, maybe even a past marriage or legal binding, legal agreement, legal something? What's going on with it is what I say because of it being in the reverse. Taurus energy normally right here is about being really grounded in some kind of formal institution and way of doing things, but this is the opposite of that. So you've got to, and then here's the challenge, the actual order of things, the, but when I say order, I mean like in the institution, the established order, possibly here on earth, it possibly is talking about universal laws. The way I see this is a rebellious streak. It's not necessarily bad. It's not at all bad, actually. It's doing something a little bit unconventional in a very different way, and you may be getting some tension from the orders that be, from energies that feel like they're the authority, and it might just be because they've been authority for such a long time. This could be an Aries energy too that you may be dealing with in a challenging way. It may be that you're wanting to assert yourself and move on from this commitment, and doing so, well, it might be all of those things, actually. Come to think about it, it could be a little bit of all of that. So what's the heart of the matter? What's the heart of the matter? Usually the Emperor has a good strategy, but it kind of like depends on how you're viewing the Emperor and the Hierophant in this context. Because if you're using it as like, okay, this is an external power outside of you, then it's something that's very powerful. Normally it tries to establish the order, doesn't go to you and say, what's your opinion on this? Now, I mean, it might be that you're trying to exhibit your opinion. It's not exactly going along with conventional, and so we're having issues. This is a Page of Swords energy, Princess of Swords, but it always reminds me of the Two of Swords because, I mean, look at it. It looks like the Two of Swords card. And then we have the peacock feathers. This is really coming across as like you should have a lot of pride with your heart-mind connection at this moment. Purely channeled message, that is. Because there's something about you being so connected with your heart space, so compassionate, but also so connected with being logical and doing your own research and finding your information, that you're actually listening to yourself for the answer. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what the empowered Cancerian would do. And also to know that we're always the pupil, we're always the student. The heart is always learning and healing, growing, expanding. Okay, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe a child, maybe pertaining to a child. But that's what I get with that. And if you're not familiar to how I do things, I will do a mixture of, if I'm not getting anything just right away from a card except for what it is, what the card represents, then I'll say that. But if something like an alternative meaning for a card, which it's usually, it's about some kind of communication with this, but whatever comes to me, I'll let you know. So everybody gets the messages they're supposed to get. What about the past energy here for Cancer? The moon. Now, very Cancer-like energy. I see Pisces energy with the moon too. The Knight of Wands. But like, so the moon is your intuition. Plus, we got to remember this is a deck that is completely individual to this reading here with the Journey of the Sacred Bee. We have the octopus. So it could be feeling like you're being pushed or pulled into different directions, and not all of these directions, like of where they're originating from, are actually known. It's almost like being grabbed at by an octopus. I know that's really a weird way to look at that, but that's how I see it. It's like being something being kind of like entangled, in the sense that don't really know exactly, like everything's not as it seems, but maybe not necessarily in a tricky way either. But there are changes, and of course they have to do in this deck with, I feel like, with your productivity and your pathway for that, for work, for good partnerships, for spiritual contracts. These are the changes that may have been coming with this Drifter card. So this might be something that was maybe unexpected. We'll have to get some more. Maybe it caused movement too with the Knight of Wands. That could indicate like travel or movement, or something that gives you like the reason, the passion to go towards something rather quickly without having anything get in your way. You think you found solutions. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so your goals and destiny spot is at the crowning spot. Yay! Oh, I like that. Yay. Okay, well, so what you're really wanting is what you envision for yourself in regards to coming out of, it's either, it's a worry of some sort. The card is the 5 of disc in the reverse. It will tell you that it is about worry, but it's also about, okay, your pentacles, your worry about finances. Your pentacles is representing the material realm. So it can represent your body too. So you could be concerned over some kind of health result needing to come in, something tangible, something here on the material realm, but things get resolved. And this is usually associated with a temporary situation, especially if it's in the reverse, because if it's in the reverse, it's like, that is what you're wanting to do. And this is what you do. So goals or destiny. This is successful. And it does feel like it's on the lines of what you planned. Okay. I get this feeling of not really liking this card that much. And I don't know why. For you, though, for your sign, for your reading, like with it being like this, and there's, it's like exploring is good, adventure is good, but I'm not so sure even the word drifter is going along good here. I don't know. Maybe we should be cautious of somebody who is a drifter also, maybe coming into your life or something like that. Someone that you don't know very well, and maybe that's just a warning for a drifter or somebody you don't know trying to float into something. What is the future energy? I have the Hanged One. The Hanged One. Okay. We could say that that is sacrifice, or some sacrifices. Sacrificing for maybe a goal. It's a waiting period. Definitely looks like the waiting period's like, you know, like it's this. I'm just putting it up for sake of space, but it feels like, so something is like divinely timed and halfway there. And there is sacrifice here too. Sacrifice is being made. Getting a new perspective. I'm going to get a clarifying card on that, but let's go forward and try to get the rest of this spread. How are you feeling? Oh, nice. Queen of Disc. What's in the environment? Oh, nice. 9 of Disc. Okay. What's the hope or fear? Star reversed. The Queen of Swords reversed. And then I get 2 for the outcome. So this is really good. 1, 2. Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Judgment in the reverse. Okay. Unexpected proposal, unexpected offer coming in. Limitless possibilities. I don't think you even know what this would be quite yet. 10 of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Wands. 3 of Cups in the reverse in the World. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Okay, let me get into your reading. Okay, so your connection with yourself, with spirit, and about all these changes. We've already talked really a little bit about this, right? The heart is very connected. I think that's important to point out too. There could be a feeling of burnout, in a sense of feeling like you're carrying everything on your own. I feel like there's something you really want to do that's kind of outside of the box, outside of the norm. Maybe I don't know, maybe we're implementing a strategy, or part of a strategy is to hold back. The 9 of Disc is the environmental energy. You're in the environment. So you're focused on your money. You're focused on production and fruition. Things coming to fruition. That could be a large financial windfall or gain. That can be a big winning, an inheritance, a lawsuit win. whatever it is, it's also you being able to enjoy, one, not worrying, because the 5 of disc in the reverse, and 2, being completely comfortable having what you need when it comes to finances. And you certainly have more indication of that too with how you're feeling is the Queen of Disc. So the Queen of Disc is like, I can do everything, and feeling another Judgment in reverse, 2 judgments in reverse. You feel like, okay, maybe you're feeling like, yes, I am proud of myself. I can do everything. I can do all the roles in one, but you can also burn yourself out. And so maybe that's why Judgment is in the reverse here, is that it could be burning you out to have to do all of it, even though you know, yes, I can do all of this independently. But there's a really big independent entrepreneurship, self-reliant, not needing to really listen to anybody else. But there's also like, okay, then why the resentment? It's because of somebody in this energy, either Libra or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be those signs specifically, but you have Sagittarius also, Virgo. You have an energy of somebody you feeling like somebody doesn't know their way, or isn't focused on what they need to be focused on, or isn't protecting what they need to protect. That's another message. So finding direction is going to be really important. You don't want anybody to go across your boundaries, because I think it's a hope or fear. I think it's the fear is that somebody crosses your boundaries, or that you lose your way, or that somebody disappoints you after you've put in like a lot of heart into getting or achieving this dream or goal. And it might be that it just happens in a different way than what you've thought. But I feel like if that's your fear, then it's attached to needing to release judgment, needing to release criticizing yourself too much and others. Okay, so what's the Hierophant representing? What kind of commitment is that representing? Did you see that? A 10 of Pentacles, and it literally came out like that. So this is something deep within the family, within also, if it's not family, then it's like family, because these are wealthy connections to you. Legally taking care of others here also. Something about, and so maybe something legally is being redrawn up, or there we go, peaceful resolution. Weighing out this long-standing problem, and there's changes within the, it feels like financial structure, like maybe within the family, maybe within a business. It's like if you were partnered with somebody, and if you split, if this happened, then you would have to figure out how to split some kind of money or situation like that. I feel like you do from some kind of contract. I feel like you do, because you're listening to your heart space here. You do reach peaceful resolution, and whatever this is, you do go independent on it with this 9 of disc. And it's a good thing. This is just a healing, 4 swords altogether. It's a healing, and it's a time out to deliberate, because there's an important judgment. It has not been reached yet. I don't even know if it is at the end of this, because it's a next 48 hours. I don't even know if a judgment will be made by then. Probably not. Probably not. But I can tell you there'll be a peaceful resolution, and to listen to your body. Take time out to really, really listen to what your body's trying to tell you. Ask it to tell you what it's trying to say. Ask it what it's trying to say. Gosh, I am speaking a whole lot today. Hang on. Some coffee. All right, so the 5 of disc in the reverse. Tell me about the Hangman, though. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on some. We'll read it exactly how it's come out. Is that there's a lot of choices. It's the 7 of Cups. There's a lot of choices, and there can be some of those choices which are not that the clearest to see. Also, what all affects you choosing, you know. So I feel like it's saying something to balance your emotions and that connection from head to heart. Really good, and choose wisely, taking your time to choose. because of that kind of like maybe even overly emotional investment in something. And so therefore you want to choose really wise, using your head and your heart. Yep. And sometimes the Seven of Cups is like, okay, so why are we looking at our choices in confusion? Or is somebody that we're wanting to get on a like the person that maybe we feel like is off direction or off course, maybe it's up for them to see something clearly. I don't know. It's something like that with a choice. So it could be that you've got like a stalemate or a block, all pending on this one decision, this one maybe judgment, until things are seen clearer, maybe, but with more information. New people coming into the scene also with this Hierophant in the reverse. Just remember there's limitless possibilities. Okay. So the Nine of Discs is that win. That's good. That's you focusing on you, independent. This Knight of Cups and the Judgment in the reverse. To me, it's an energy that's wanting to give an offer, either to get things moving in your direction. I have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords to get things moving faster. There's a really big, so there's a lot of movement here, but there's also the Page of Swords reversed instead of where it's upright right here. So there's a chance for miscommunication or for no communication. Like I said, this Judgment here maybe hasn't even, it's not even being made. So you're waiting for this to be announced, waiting on some kind of news. I never get that with the Page of Swords reversed, but that's exactly what that is. The Knight of Cups can be somebody also saying here, I'm sorry here, will you take this offer or plea or arrangement or deal? I have the Emperor on the bottom. And whatever it is, it's like, I feel like it's a yes, and then it's fast moving. It's smooth sailing from there. It's like a bump in the road. And then it moves along just fine. That's what I've got. I talked a lot. And there's your Four of Swords. So healing, possibly a situation with authority or getting your power when you choose or make this decision. So that's what I've got. Like, share, subscribe. If you need a private reading, I do offer those. Check out the description box below for that information. And check you next time. Bye-bye.